Welcome to Summer Shape Up. We're entering to week 7 and week 8. So we're going to complete 3 sets of our workout routine today. Now we have progressed over the span of 6 weeks. So these 2 weeks you're really going to ramp it up. We're going to include some exercises that's really going to challenge your balance and stability and strength. So get ready. So now the first exercise that we're going to get into is called the deadlift. There are different variations to complete the deadlift, but we really want to incorporate symmetry with our lower body strength by completing one leg at a time. So all we need is a kettlebell, and so what we're going to do, we're going to place the kettlebell right in front of us. Now, from the standing position, I'm going to lift one leg, knee up, almost about hip height. Hinge it from the hip. I'll grab the handle of the kettlebell, and I'll drive up. Lift the knee up to hip height. Make sure you have your balance. Place the off hand right in the center of the back. Reach down, grab the kettlebell handle, and drive up. Now, I recommend completing this manner with putting the dumbbell down in between the reps. If you're really cautious of your balance, but once you get your confidence with your balance, you can keep the kettlebell in your hand as you complete the motion. Very good exercise to strengthen the back of the legs, posterior chain, hamstrings, and more notably the glutes. So our goal here is to complete at least 8 repetitions per leg, and that's exercise number 1. Now for number 2, we're going to get into more of a cardiorespiratory endurance and also strengthening the core. And we're going to get into a popular exercise called the mountain climbers. Now with the mountain climbers, we're going to use a bench. Okay? So we're going to start on a push-up position on the bench. And so at this point, I'm putting my weight on the balls of my feet, almost on my toes, and I'm going to drive the knees forward in an alternating fashion. Okay? So the goal here is to once again keep the hips pretty level, prevent hyperextension of the spine. Really want to protect the back and strengthen the core while we're performing the exercise. So once again, 30 seconds will be great there. And once we complete our 30 seconds, and then it's time to go to the next exercise. Now, the next exercise, we're pretty much in the same position. All we're going to do is place a dumbbell here. This is called the row plank. So we're in a similar position as we just were on the mountain climber. Now all we're going to do is widen our stance. We grab the dumbbell and we bring the elbow up and back. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. And when you're done, slowly place one foot out in front of you for balance and place the dumbbell on the floor. So our goal for the row plank is to complete 10 repetitions per side. And a notable tip, make sure you have your feet slightly wider than the width of the shoulders to really help with balance. Okay? Now, the next exercise, moving on into a pressing motion. We're going into the one-arm dumbbell press. So, the biggest thing with this one before I start, once again, is the position of the feet. So make sure your feet are pretty wide, and that's going to help with stability. Okay? Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, so not only does that really help with your upper body pushing muscles, primary chest, secondary shoulder, triceps, but also works on a little bit of core stability. So if you feel yourself wanting to turn in the direction of the dumbbell, we start to lose focus on our core. So good point is to make sure both shoulder blades are pressed nice and evenly into the bench. Okay, now, for the next two exercises, we're going to get into the Smith machine. Okay, all right, so here what we're going to do, we're going to get into what's called the bicep and tricep ladder. So with the Smith machine, what you can do, depending upon the exercise, you can place the bar low, or you can bring it up high depending upon the exercise or the type of exercise that you want to perform. So we're going to start with bicep curls. So we're going to have, we'll say easy, medium, and hard. And for each one, we're going to gradually increase the height of the bar. So I'll start. So I'm going to start in a squat position here. And my first goal is just to bring my fist or the bar toward the chin. Now at this point, my elbows are bending approximately 90 degrees here. And we say that's easy, okay? Now, to increase the challenge component of the exercise, we'll bring the bar up an extra step high. I still have my hands facing toward me. I'll start in the squat position again. And now I'll increase another set. So now my elbows are a little bit further from my hands, which will really force my biceps to work more eccentrically, okay? Therefore getting more resistance. Now the third one, which is the hard, I'll start in the squat position here, and I'll really try to curl and bring my chin toward the bar, still being in the squat position. The key here is to not get out of the squat position and stand. So we want to stay here. So this is the hard position right here. Wow, that burns. So for each one, if you can give yourself a goal of having 6 to 8 reps on the easy, 6 to 8 reps on the medium, 6 to 8 reps on the hard. And also just remember that as you increase the height of the bar while performing the bicep curls, your bicep muscle will lengthen as you increase the bar, therefore getting more work eccentrically. So you may feel a little muscle soreness the next day. So now when it comes to triceps, we're going to go in another fashion. We're going to start with the bar up high and then go in a descending fashion, bringing it down. Okay? So for the tricep extension, we're going to start with the bar here. So if you're from a standing position, just make sure that it's starting kind of below the chest is a good starting point. So I'm bringing my head below the bar and to make sure that the elbows tuck in as you lean in toward the bar. Okay, so we'll call that easy. So once again, to get more resistance, we're going to go in a descending fashion. So we're going to bring it down a notch. And we do the same thing. Six. We do 2 more, 7, 1 more, and 8. Okay. All right, we have 1 more. So we're going to go to hard. I'm going to bring it down one more notch. Okay, same idea applies. Your grip should be, once again, should be inside the width of the shoulders. So about the width of your collarbone. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That burned too. So as an alternative, this one here can really get challenging as you're DCing the bar. If you feel that maybe the second or third stage is pretty difficult for you, what you can do is simply split your stance. So now you're more of a asymmetrical stance. So now you're distributing your weight more on your back foot rather than all your weight going toward the bar. So you can do that as another option. Okay? All right. So we completed our 6 exercises for this round, starting with the kettlebell deadlift, ending with the bicep or tricep ladder. So to complete the workout, all we need to do is complete the entire 6 exercises, 2 more rounds for a total of 3 sets, and then that'll be workout for today.